Good morning. The Sabrina SAL sew-along will be starting this Thursday, February 1st. So I wanted to go over with you exactly how the sew-along will go and some of the supplies that you will need in order to be prepared. I have geared this sew-along toward the advanced beginner. That simply means that it is geared toward a seamstress who is familiar working with knits and has used PDF patterns in the past, because we will not be going over the basics of printing your pattern or how to work with knits. This sew-along is geared toward the seamstress who wants to tackle their first pair of pants. I have chosen the Sabrina SAL's pattern for that very reason, in that it does not have a back yoke, closures such as a zipper or a button, and no belt loops, so that this allows you to focus on achieving a proper fit and learning how to do that before moving on to mastering those details. So this pattern is the perfect choice for your first pair of pants. Built right into the instructions are troubleshooting guides that help you identify fit issues and help you learn how to correct for them. This guide has been very helpful for me in preparing for this sew-along because I am by no means an expert in pants fitting. But I will share with you some of the techniques that I have learned that have helped me along the way to help you learn to alter your pattern to accommodate for your individual shape. So now we'll discuss some of the supplies that you will need for this pattern. First, your fabric. The fabric requirements for this pattern are less than 2 yards for all sizes, most sizes requiring only 1 5/8 yard of fabric. The fabrics that are recommended are stable, medium to heavyweight knits, such as Liverpool, Scuba, Ponte, Stretch Velvet, and I will even be showing you how you can make these as joggers and use your Hachi, brushed Hachi, or French Terry. So all of the pants require knit elastic inside the waistband to help stabilize the waistband. Most of the sizes, 0 through 20, require 2 inches, 2-inch elastic, and I preferred the elastic that you see here. I picked this up at Joann's, and it is called soft waistband elastic, and I really liked the comfort that this lends to the waistband. I did, however, find at Walmart, also by Dritz, another 2-inch elastic that is much more firm and will work for this project. Sizes 22 to 28 or the maternity option, because this pattern does have maternity options for both underbelly and the full belly panel, will require 3-inch elastic. So other than that, the only supply that you may need to pick up is if you're choosing to add the welt pockets, which I will be covering in the tutorial. You will need a light to medium weight interfacing. I will be covering a technique that I use to alter my patterns to accommodate for my individual shape. And in that tutorial, which it is not necessary for you to follow, but it is simply a helpful fitting tool that I have found and I will be sharing, I use this funny gadget, which is called a flexible ruler. It's simply wire covered with rubber, and it bends and holds its shape. I picked this up on Amazon for less than 10 bucks, and I will include in the post above a link to this, but it is not necessary for you to buy that tool. I will also be showing you how you can achieve very similar results with tinfoil. So have some tinfoil on hand if you plan to use this method. Something to keep in mind is that the stretch percentage of your fabric will affect the finished fit of your garment. I used the same pattern pieces for all 4 of my pants, and each one fits a little differently. The Ponte pair fits the least snug because it has a high vertical stretch percentage. If your pants have less vertical stretch or no vertical stretch, then they will fit more snug. The length will be shorter in the inseam and the rise. So that is something to take into consideration. Again, I did not make any alterations to my patterns to accommodate for this fluctuation in stretch across my fabric choices. But if you are working with a two-way fabric with no vertical stretch, keep in mind that this will affect the fit of your finished garment. My most snug fitting pair was my stretch velvet, but I actually like the way that it cinches everything in. My Ponte pair fits well. It's very comfy, but it doesn't cinch in the same way. So that's just something to keep in mind.